yield, but you make it on the stock appreciation because it creates an environment that's very conducive for these economies, because the weak dollar is a massive tax cut. A strong dollar is basically a tax hike on the rest of the world. And of course, if Americans are going to stop importing, right, either because of a debased currency or because of tariffs, what does that mean? That doesn't mean that factories around the world just close up because Americans aren't there to buy. No, the factories are still there. The production still takes place. It's just somebody else gets to consume it. There are plenty of people around the world. There are billions of people that would love to consume these products that Americans take for granted. They just can't afford it because of the exchange rates. But once the dollar goes down and other currencies go up, so all of a sudden other people can now buy what Americans are too poor to buy. So you have to understand how the landscape is going to change, right? How the global economy is going to transition from one that's based on the dollar, where everybody exports to America to get dollars, to one of real trade where people export to import, right? That's the real reason to export, not to load up on U.S. treasuries. You export because you want to import something, because somebody else is more efficient at making something than you are. So you use comparative advantage. But global trade has been all screwed up, and that's something that Trump just doesn't get. He thinks that the world is taking advantage of us, but the reality is America has been taking advantage of the world because we get something for nothing, right? Well, the free lunch is going to come to an end. And, you know, but this is a window, I think, of opportunity for everybody in this room to be positioned for a trade that really nobody on Wall Street can see coming. You know, and nobody saw the financial crisis of 2008. Certainly no one at the Federal Reserve. Right? Did Janet Yellen see it coming? No. Janet Yellen was one of the people who would give speeches like this in San Francisco in 2006 saying there is no housing bubble, and even if the housing market goes down, it's not going to hurt the economy. Right? And they were around the corner from, you know, the complete meltdown in the housing market, and they couldn't see it coming. And all the same people on Wall Street, they were blinded by what happened in 2008. They were blinded by what happened in 2000 in the tech market. And they're oblivious again. But that means assets are mispriced. That means currencies are mispriced. And the only thing we don't know is how much longer that window is there. How long does it have before the market corrected itself? You know, in the subprime market, those bonds that we were shorting, they were bid above par, and then it only took a few weeks and you couldn't give them away. They were zero. Because all of a sudden people en masse realized what they were holding. Right? And then everybody wanted out, but nobody could get out. So everybody has got the wrong trade on, everybody is positioned wrong, and when the crowd realizes this, and they look to reverse their position, how do they do it? You got everybody trying to get through a tiny door. So you got to get through that door first. And anyway, I think I'm out of my time. So if you don't have these cards, we got them at the booth. The Echelon booth is right around the corner. And then I'm going to be talking again at 7 o'clock. Thank you.